April from April's Home, and today I'm excited because I'm going to do a little bit of indoor gardening. A while back in my World Market haul that I'll link below, I picked up this super beautiful terrarium here, and I'm going to go ahead now and plant some of my air plants in here, and I thought I would show you that. I love air plants because they are so easy to care for. They really need hardly any care, and they are just so pretty and fun to put in terrariums. A little easier than succulents, I think. Then also something that I've been wanting for so long is this little set here that I picked up online, and it's called a Marimo, and it is like a little moss ball. It came with a jar and some rocks here and a little sea fan to put in this little mini sort of like plant aquarium. So here is the little moss ball, and you can see it's kind of in a little moisture area here. It lives in the water, and so I thought I would go ahead and set up my little Marimo aquarium here. And a lot of people treat these like little pets, which I thought was just a super cute concept. A little moss ball pet, and I'll have to come up with a cute name for him, I think. But anyway, so I thought I would go ahead and set up this aquarium and set up my terrarium and show you how they all turn out. Before I do that, I'm going to go ahead now and open this up. It says to wash these rocks and to wash this sea fan here. I'm going to go ahead and get those washed up and bring all of my plants and rocks and things so that we can set up these little terrarium and aquarium here for my indoor gardening for this summer. I'll be right back. Okay, so I'm back from getting the rocks and the sea fan and the moss ball all out of their packages and rinsed off like the instructions said. Here's a little bit about the Marimo care instructions that it says. I bought this from the Hinterland Trading Company on Amazon. I just googled Marimo on Amazon. I'm hoping also to get some other little ones later for some of my other little small terrariums that I have around here that I'm thinking about turning into little aquariums for Marimos. And you can see here that they are Claudiphoro ball, or moss ball in English, and it's a rare algae growth that only forms in a few lakes in Iceland, Scotland, Japan, and Estonia, and that many cultures consider them good luck and that they're easy to care for and whatnot. These are not harvested from the wild. These are ones that are actually just cultivated for people to keep as little, aquarium, little aquarium pets and things. So that is that. It said to rinse out the rocks, which I did, and the sea fan and the jar. So those are all rinsed. And now I'm going to go ahead and put the rocks in and the sea fan in here. So let's go ahead and start with the rocks. So there are the rocks in the bottom of this. I've got that all like that. This is the little tag that you're supposed to write its name on. So just like that, and then it says to arrange this little sea fan in here the way that you like. I'm not sure how much I like this sea fan in here. I may or may not end up replacing it, but for now I'll go ahead and put it in there because it looks kind of pretty and interesting. So there is that all in the little jar. And then I'm going to go ahead and fill it with water. I just am going to use some bottled water since our tap water has bleach in it. It says that you can use tap water, but we have bleach in our tap water. So I'm going to go ahead and use bottled water here. Looks like it's going to take a little more than one bottle. And I guess just occasionally you have to clean out the water and run the little moss ball under cold water, it says, and otherwise you don't need to do much else to these. They don't live in high light. They live in low light since they're found at the bottom of a stream, so you don't want to put these in a sunny window. It would make algae grow, so that would not be good. But anyway, so now I'm going to put my little Marimo moss ball in its new container, and I'll have to come up with a name for this little creature and decide if I think it's a boy or a girl. You can go ahead and leave in the comments if you have any interesting suggestions for a name for me. So there is the moss ball all in its little container, and apparently it will rise and sink or float based on little oxygen within it, little oxygen bubbles, as it kind of grows and moves around. So I'm going to put the lid on to protect it from dust. And now I'm all done putting together my new little Marimo Moss Ball container, which I think is going to look so nice. sitting out in my home, and I'm just really excited about that. Look at that. It's so fun. I've always wanted one of these, so I'm so excited that I finally decided to pick one up. That was fun and easy to do, and it looks like it'll be an easy thing to take care of as well, and certainly an interesting talking point also. So that is my little Marimo, and I'm going to set that over here while I go ahead and get to work on my terrarium here. So I have gotten some of the rocks that I have. I usually keep a supply of little pebbles and things out in my garage because I'm always doing projects with, you know, terrariums and things. So I'm going to go ahead and fill the base with rocks. Because I'm using air plants, I don't need to use soil. So it makes it really, again, super easy to use. Now I can't decide if I want to do it like this or like this so that you can see this back side. I may do it like this and tip it on its side for a while and see how I like that. And just put some of these rocks in here, like so. Okay, and a few more. Just kind of spread them around a little bit. And you can see here I am wearing my new neon loci bracelets. By the way, I'll link the video for this below where I've opened these up. This is the new Make-A-Wish Foundation bracelet from Loci, and I just think they're so fun and summery. Anyway, back to this. This is my little terrarium all set up with rocks. And then I've got a bunch of different air plants to choose from. I've been keeping these in my back bedroom in the bathroom. I think they're so cute, and I just gave them a fresh bath of water, a nice soak, so they'd be all green and pretty. I'm just going to put a few of these in here, and I just kind of sink them down into the gravel. This one you can see is starting to make a little baby here. That's a little offshoot of the mother there, and one day it'll be its own little air plant. So we'll stick that in here, and let's see. I've also got this kind and this tall one. I think I'm going to put this tall one in the back here. And I think for now 3 is probably a good amount. And I'll set these aside for another terrarium. And then I picked out a few of my pretty gemstone collections to go ahead and put in here. So you could see the gemstones among the little air plants here. And there's that. And then also for fun, I have for my little terrariums these little cute little dinosaurs that I like to tuck in around the air plants. So I have a turquoise one and an orange one and a little cream colored one that I think will show up nicely. So I'm going to go ahead and tuck these in here as well so we can see them when we're peeking into our terrarium here, which I think is just so fun. So it's like a little prehistoric world in there. So that is how easy that terrarium was to make. Super, super easy. Air plants, you can mist them with water, or you can give them a soak in some bottled water every so often so they don't dry out. They will dry out and die. Although they are air plants, you don't need to water them daily, and they don't live in soil, but they still do need water. So I take them out, clean out their terrarium here, and rinse them off, and then give them a soak. You know, usually every few weeks to every month, roughly. They could probably use it a little more often than that, but that's about how often I get to it. So here is how my little terrarium turned out. You can see the little dinosaurs in there, and the rocks, and the pretty little air plants. And again, this will just make a fun little decoration for this summer. Sitting out in my little dining room is where I'm going to keep this one. I love the design of this new terrarium. I think it's absolutely gorgeous, and I hope to get some more like this as well because I think they're just beautiful. So these are my 2 new little indoor gardening projects that I had a lot of fun making. So easy. You can't beat a project like this, something that you can do in practically under 10 minutes here. So that is just a fun little project to do for the summer for your indoor decor and for your indoor gardening. And again, if you can help me think of a name for this little Marimo Moss Ball and leave it in the comments, that would be wonderful. And I'll have to give you an update when I've decided on the name for this. And hopefully also you will see these when I do my spring home decor tour coming up here in a week or so. So that is my project for today. My little Marimo Moss Ball and my air plant terrarium. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Hit subscribe for more videos from April's Home. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll talk to you later. Goodbye.